So Derek, firstly, how pleased were you with the results over Easter?
Yeah, we do actually feel that we should probably have 6 points from the two games, but that could be greedy. We've played, away to Charlton and at home to Portsmouth, two very good football teams. Obviously, football clubs that have got a rich tradition, but we played really well in both games, and unfortunate on Monday not to get the 3 points because the chances we created in the game were better than Portsmouth on the day. Their goalkeeper made two outstanding saves, one from Arthur and one from Cole. And other than that, they were limited to very few opportunities on our goal. But 4 points from the two games, helps us and puts us in a much better position.
And in terms of confidence and momentum, just how important was that very, very late equaliser?
Yeah, I think it was important because you want to continue the unbeaten run. We've obviously done well at home in recent times against Burton Albion and Oxford as well by winning in these games, and we've got two tough games left now against MK Dons and Sunderland at home. Both these teams are playing for promotion, so that adds something to the game on both sides. We're looking to stay in the division. They're looking to get out of it. We've seen by the results in midweek, anything can go.
How do you see the situation at the bottom of the table now?
Well, we know what we've got to do. We've got to get a win from one of these two games, and that's what we're going to try and do. We understand that MK Dons and Sunderland need that as well, but we have shown that going away to Charlton, we've done well, and we'll have to be at our best against MK Dons because they've done exceptionally well this season.
So with MK Dons, are you thinking, you said before, we've got to try and win every game, or is it thinking, right, one more point could be vital now?
Well, we've got a point at this moment in time, when we start the game, but, we all know that we need to, try and win the match. I think that if we go to MK Dons and sit in, for long periods of time, that's not going to help us because they've got undoubted talent. But we have shown that we're very good on the counter-attack. We've got quick players, we've got direct players, we've got players that in that final third can score goals. And, we've shown that we can create chances as we did at Charlton.
With so few games left now and so few teams sort of alive, it must be impossible not to look at the other fixtures and results, mustn't it?
Yeah, when I came into the club 10 games ago, 11 games ago, it was important that we put ourselves in a position where we could get out of the trouble, and we've done that. We understood the tough games that we had to play, but we've done really well at it, and I think that's the important thing. We do look at the other results because it affects us.
There does seem to be a togetherness about not just the side but the club at the minute. Everyone's pulling in the same direction.
Yeah, of course. I think that's been the case for many years for Morecambe. The supporters, the chairman, the board of directors, the playing staff, the backroom staff, we've all been aligned in the same direction, as to try and get the football club into a much better position. And we've done that over the last number of years, and that's enabled us to be in a situation with two games to go that we can still stay in this division.
Realistically, do you see it going to the last game?
Well, if we win on Saturday, then I think that that would give us the best possible opportunity. That it doesn't, but we don't really want it to go to the last game of the season. That's why we've got to try our best on Saturday to get that 3 points.
And how do you deal personally with high pressure situations like this? It's bad enough for the supporters. What about yourself?
Yeah, it's part of the business, and it's something that every game that you go into is high pressure because you've got to win a football match, and that's the job of a football manager. Having priorities, looking at season upon season is not what a football manager looks to. They look to the next game, and that's become more and more the game that we live in.
You said before that it's not about the supporters, it's about the players' performances. But with 2 games to go, there'll be a lot going to MK Dons, and it's looking like a sellout for the Sunderland game. They will have a role to play, won't they?
They've had a role to play all season. The role that they've had is to support the team, and they've done that for many years. But it's the players on the park that need to, produce the performances, and they've done that, in recent times to enable us to get some big results. And the supporters on Monday at the home game and the away game at Charlton were a magnificent voice, and I think that the players really, appreciate that. And going there on Saturday with a large following, as we did at Charlton, can only help us.
You seem to have settled upon a first choice 11, but Monday showed the importance of the bench as well, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we've got options. If you look on Friday, we changed 3 substitutes on Friday, and then we made 3 substitutions on Monday. That was 6 substitutions. We made different personnel, so we can do that. We will need to do that between now and the end of the season, because we've got a couple of players that are doubtful for Saturday's game, but we're hopeful that they can maybe make the bench.
I was going to ask you about that. What's the injury situation? Because you've had to have Greg Lee playing at right back, haven't you, because of Ryan McLaughlin. Any other concerns?
No, Ryan McLaughlin's the only one that's definitely out. We've got a couple that are possibly, struggling. I'm hopeful that they can get on the bench for this game and be ready for, the Sunderland game as well.
So the message to the supporters going into this MK Dons game?
Well, we've taken it, to 2 games to go, and I think that, we're in a position where we understand what we've got to do, we understand the results at other places. We've taken, we're the 5th best team in recent weeks, on performance-wise, which, bodes well for the remaining 2 games of the season.